Hello, Jess Santel here, and I'm going to give you kind of, I guess, an overview of Buncee and how I've used it and show you how to use some of the features. And if you've used Buncee before, you should know that, just like a lot of these programs, they do update them fairly regularly. And so there are changes made. The changes that have been made to Buncee over the last year, I think, have made it much more user-friendly. They've added a lot that will allow you to customize your Buncee further. And they've also added, kind of again in the sense of making it more user-friendly, they've added like templates, so like you don't have to start a Buncee from scratch, which is nice for students, especially who are using it for the first time, and even for staff too, because it takes some of the time out of creating something that looks good. Some of the biggest changes for those of you who are familiar with Buncee previously, Buncee wasn't so great with allowing you to undo and redo. So like if you made a mistake, you couldn't just undo it, which I found to be really frustrating when you're trying to make these slides. So I'm just going to walk you through some of what I have here. So right now I have 13 Buncees, and the reason is because I did pay for the premium account, which is $7 a month, and it allows you to have unlimited Buncees. It really gives you the ability to do pretty much everything there is to do on Buncee, and I think it's at a pretty reasonable price to be able to do that. If you don't go for the unlimited, you get to do 3 free Buncees. And all you basically would have to do then would be, if you are at your full 3 and you wanted to make another Buncee, you'd have to delete one of your Buncees in order to make a new one. So that might be okay with you, or if you're like me, that may be frustrating and you end up paying the $7. So that's where I stand on that. All right, so this is my Buncee dashboard. So you see I've made a holiday card with Buncee. I was just playing here. I've made advertisements for some of my activities using Buncee. So you see that here, and I think this one is also a book club. So it's really nice for creating visually appealing advertisements. I've done a PD presentation using Buncee. I made these cards that I print out. So not only do I use Buncee digitally, but I use it to create something that I can distribute a tangible copy of. And also here, this one is my most updated Buncee. I use this as the main page for my website, and this way I have an interactive. I have links on here, so it's kind of like a thing link. You can create links. Again, it's visually appealing. I have information here. So this is another way that I've used Buncee, and I've used it with students. It's a great way for students to create projects to showcase what they have learned. Here's a Buncee book reports I did with the elementary students. How can Buncee transform your paper pencil book report? So you can see here some of those Buncee animations that come with the program, which is what I like about Buncee, that I don't feel like Google Slides really offers you without having to go through a lot of extra steps. So this is just directions for students to start creating in elementary school a book report. All right, so what I do when I'm ready to create a Buncee is I hit on this button here, create a new Buncee. And here it tells you they've started to update. So we have a 3rd version. But if you're not ready for 3rd and you like the old way of doing it, that's fine too. So I'm going to go ahead and hit create. And the first thing that's going to pop up is it lets me now choose, which it didn't before, from a template. And they have 25 categories of templates. So they have thank yous here. Let's see, over here. Here are the categories: awards and recognitions, birthday, bookmarks, brochures, business cards. They have education. So you can kind of take a look as you scroll through all the different templates. So that's pretty cool. Social media stuff. So I'm going to go here. They have all these different content areas, which is neat. I'm going to go to library and check this out. You can do a book trailer template. So if you're having students do book trailers, they can use these templates instead of having to start from scratch, and it kind of will guide them. Book review template. They have signage. So a lot of stuff here that you can kind of browse through and almost use as is, which is nice. So you have a lot of options. You can make something from scratch. You can use one of their templates, which is cool. Reading Selfie for those shelfie beginning of the year ELA projects. Maybe you want to use Buncee for that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go from scratch because that's just what I'm used to doing, and this way I can just show you all the functions here that you could do on a blank slide. So when you get a blank slide, you have a few things you can start doing. You can change the background. You can start adding items. This here is something new as well. You can resize your canvas. So the traditional Buncee size is 16 by 9, but now you can do a 1 by 1 square, something that you want to post on Instagram. You can make banners, you can make letters, business cards, and you can even add a custom size depending on what you want to do, which is nice because one of the things I've tried to do with Buncee is I've used it to design little posters that I've wanted to put in paper, in 8 by 11 paper frames, and they don't quite fit. So I can turn around and I can customize the size now so that I can make it fit into those frames when I print it, which will be really great for me in the way that I use it. Here's that undo redo button that was not available in version 2. So you now have that ease of use. So here's to change my background. It's super nice and easy. Everything's just a click away. They put you right into their menus. Everything's very visually appealing. You can go through categories. These are backgrounds that are web backgrounds. You can upload your own background. You can just do a color. You can look through their trending backgrounds. The recently used are the ones that you've used recently. So if you have some favorite backgrounds, you can look at their new backgrounds. I mean, the possibilities here are endless. You can spend forever browsing through and everything just looks really pretty. I mean, look how pretty these are. Let's see what they have here in art. It's more of that like watercolor. So it's really easy for students to find backgrounds that are really fitting to the topic of the project, which is nice. So let's say I'm doing something on, I'm in a science class and I'm doing something for landforms. So I can try and look for a mountain. And I can get mountain backgrounds. I get realistic looking ones. I can get more, whoops. I guess I selected one. I can get realistic looking ones. I can get more like cartoony illustrated backgrounds. There it is. And it pops it right in there. And if I want to change it right here at the bottom, I can change the background at any time. So let's try that again. Mountain, because I feel like that background's a little busy for me. And I'm going to choose this one. And I can choose if I want to do it on this page or if I want to do it on all of the pages of my presentation. So students can decide how they want to do that. So I'll just do all pages for now. So that's how I add my background. Then I add my items. So when you go in to add an item, you have all these options of what you can add. Text, shapes, you can draw. They have a whole library of animations and stickers. You can put in a message, an emoji. You can browse the internet for free images, royalty-free images. A 360 image, so that's more of like a panoramic type of thing, so more kind of like going in that VR direction. Add a YouTube video, you can add something from Khan Academy, you can upload, you can import a URL, you can record a video inside of Buncee that goes right on the slide. You can take a photo that goes right on the slide. You can even create an QR code. I don't know what these two are. Oh, you can add questions now. That's pretty cool. That's new. This is the first time I've seen that one. I don't want to use that right now, but you can, I guess, make your Buncee into a review, or maybe add formative assessment into your Buncee. Let's see what this one says. Free response question. Awesome. Again, these are new features that I'm just learning about now. So that's really cool. It really expands the ways that you can use this program. All right, so I'm running out of my free time here for this video, so I'm going to stop and I'll be back with the second half of what all you can do in Buncee, and I'll go through all the different things you can add in a little bit more detail.